Won-Jin, there's a zebra on your bed.
Zebra.
How did you tame that beast? We see zebras get taken down by lions. We think they're gentle creatures. They are not.
The squirrels persuaded him.
But how did you kidnap one? And why is it on your bed? All tamed.
Yo, I didn't kidnap it.
Is this a vampire ritual?
Persuasion technique.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
Today we're going to start off with our review of The Agency. All 10 episodes. Full spoilers for the entire show. Big shout out to Kayla Marie, Jasmine. Music, thank you so much for the reply. And Lunatic that replied to that, thank you so much. Trenchcoat, what's
So
up?
this Trenchcoat. Oops.
And
Uchan
Hong, ZZ, Scott Walker are one of our best subscribers. Thank you so much. And all our 55 subscribers. Sorry for the delay. It's completely my fault. I fell asleep and woke up late. I ran here as soon as possible. But if Won-Jin would have told me he could have landed a zebra, I would have came faster. But that's all good. But anyway, here we go.
Yeah.
So Won-Jin, after completely watching The Agency, what's up, Walker? Hey,
what's up, guys? Oh, Scott Walker, we're sorry.
What's up, Void?
Yeah.
Big shout out to
Void,
Void. I forgot him in the shout out. Them in the shout out. Oh, thank you, Scott Walker. No, it's totally my fault. I was an hour late here. It's really my bad, guys. But we're gonna start off with our review of The Agency, and then we're gonna move on to our Let's Talk. So. Leave some topics if you got the ones you want to talk about, all right? But anyway, here we go.
All right.
So, Won-Jin, after watching all 10 episodes of The Agency, you know how there are different kinds of salads for a reason? For example, like certain salads have just certain ingredients. And let's say, like, I put an octopus and beef and pork and lamb and every kind of salad in the every kind of vegetable in the world, and make a salad.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll be delicious?
No, man.
So what I'm trying to say here is, like I felt like the creator couldn't do the harsh editing this show required. Like the thing is, like there were like if I saw individual scenes on trailers, I would have thought, man, that's really smart. But it just packed in everything.
That's right.
And I felt like it tried to be too many things at the same time. A romance story, a twist and turn story. I mean, a traditional spy, a bureaucratic drama. But the problem was in the middle, it got a little loose for me. And the only reason why I'm going to praise this show is because of those smart dialogue writing. And the ending was alright. And that's the impression I have.
Yeah.
And plus the acting. The actors were all amazing.
That's what I gotta say. What saved the show for me, the acting. And I completely agree. There's just too many things at play and too little time. So I can see that they're ambitious. But the good thing is, you know how some shows, they're overly ambitious and they kind of like fumble the ball in the middle of the season and everything turns to shit?
Right.
At least they tried to pull it together. So I'm guessing that had they been given more time and more space to like work the full story out of all these characters, actually like span the story of season 1 into 2 seasons, it would have been pretty amazing.
Maybe because the problem I had was, I mean that could be a solution, but for me the opposite is a solution. It should have been shorter.
Oh, okay.
Because one thing that I really find annoying these days is I thought the Samia love story, Samia and Martian's love story would be resolved in the first season, and I remember like which drama was it like? Oh, there's gonna be another season, 100%. Like because around the 9th episode, I was like, wait.
Oh, you mean Squid Game?
Yeah,
the
there
second
we
season
go.
of Squid Game. Yeah.
Like here, the same thing happened to me. I was like, oh, this is the Samia thing is going to the next season, huh? And like, I was not really happy with that. And another problem is but then again, I should have expected it because of the new recruit story, right? Because that was going too slow for me too.
Yeah, and I thought it didn't get enough attention.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think
the
that
introduction.
Yeah, so it was kind of all over the place. It was like focusing on Ukraine, and then the situation with Paul Lewis, aka Brandon, and then we also have this fresh recruit getting prepped to go to Iran. So that story could have been more intriguing, because I think that story was there to kind of show what Paul Lewis, aka Brandon, was like when he first joined the agency.
Yeah, but I thought so too early on. But in the end, they kind of let go. That was pushed to the side. Oh, Zezzy, do you think Samia really died? No, I think Samia's alive. You know why? She's in the opening credit, and the song is about love.
Love is blind.
Exactly. Love is blindness. I was like, hell, I might get blind watching this. Just but here's the thing though, like individual scenes were really great though. If I watch like some of the dialogues were amazing. And
yeah,
I can understand why they would hesitate to get rid of it, because by around 10th character though, I got a feel of all the agents though. Especially, you know what, my two favorite side characters are Martian's ex-handler, like who
Naomi. That's her name, Naomi.
Who remember was in Alien Covenant. She's a great actor. And the kind grandma, like the grandma, gangster ass grandma who's pretending who observes everything.
The psychiatrist.
Yeah, because she had like sharp insights
and very disturbing smile. You know that fake smile she has.
Yeah.
That kind of disturbs me every time she smiles.
and honestly, there were some great comedic scenes. For example, when Detective McNulty gets to understand how
director of the CIA, by the way,
gets to understand how it feels like to be Rawls and have a subordinate like him.
These are for you, McNulty. Yeah. You see these?
The best scene was when Martian said, "I cannot tell you, sir," to the CIA director. He's like, "What the fuck did you? What?
What did you tell me?"
Yeah, and the secretary of
Dominic West, that's his name.
Yeah, he was a great guest appearance. Like his face when he heard that, and
Richard Gere.
And Richard Gere's hate face towards Martian was funny. They're like, "Shut the fuck up!"
You know, that was my favorite element of this show. Okay, because I cannot help but compare this show to The Day of the Jackal, which we finished just before starting this. Right. Yeah, it had finished just before we started the show. And that, by the way, had like razor sharp focus on the lead character. And I think it was just right in terms of length. But what that didn't have was this like bureaucratic element within the organization. So what I liked about this agency is we get to see the inside of what the fuck is going on with all this spy shit. Yeah, it kind of felt to me like watching Andor, because we see the bureaucratic elements of the Empire, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, because that's a great comparison, because Day of the Jackal, to be honest, the characters are not complicated except the two leads.
Yeah.
But here, everyone is complicated. Like, because one of the best dialogues for me was Richard Gere showing his acting chops when the Chinese Gao comes and do fucking
nothing. Doing nothing is very expensive.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then his look at Henry and go, "Sold." For the USB. And we just realize how the contrast between the bureaucratic comedy and the environment, how dark an environment they're actually at. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
But it should have been two less episodes. I think an 8 episode would have been perfect. There's the McNaughty. Yo, Void, did you watch The Agency? It's alright show.
It's not bad.
Yeah. But Richard Gere was I mean, and Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
all these actors, they killed the show. And it's so believable That I mean, I've never been to the CIA, but if I ever meet like someone high up in the CIA, that's the kind of shit they need to deal with. That's the kind of like the day that they have.
Yeah.
And I remember they're in this super high pressure environment. And my favorite scene of Richard Gere was when he was casually like trying to open that salad at the lunchroom.
Yeah. I mean, see, that's the problem. I mean, there's another one, like Naomi saying, "Don't be fucking ridiculous. This doctor's gonna kill her mother. Like, are we murdering the mother?" This like black jokes.
Oh man.
No, but you know what? See, this also reminded me of Age of Ultron. You know how Age of Ultron got bogged down by all the jokes. Here, that problem came up because by the seventh or eighth episode, I was like, so what's Felix again? And what are we waiting for that to the end?
Yeah, so that's one problem I had with the show. And like I said, that's why I thought maybe the show should have had like a couple more episodes, or maybe they should have divided this story into 2 seasons because by at the beginning of the show, at the beginning of the season, we just get this hint that this Felix shit is like super secret. Nobody's like supposed to know and blah 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 blah. So I had to wonder, is like, what the hell's going on? What is Felix? But towards the end, it kind of becomes a plot device, and it doesn't really hit me as something that was so important.
I mean, it's just the assassination thing. Like, I thought it would. Like, I agree with you. The build-up made me think it was some kind of like program to infiltrate like a nuclear facility or something. So, but assassination. When I saw that, I was like, huh.
That was it?
I mean, no. Listen, like, I read some books and CIA sure seems to assassinate a lot of people. Why is this such a big deal?
Yeah.
I guess. But no, I haven't. But yeah, Void. If you like spy thrillers, I think it's worth a watch.
So I thought that towards the end, the importance and the kind of weight they put on that Operation Felix thing, it kind of faded for me. And for what? I mean, they played doctors for like years in the field just to assassinate that, like, the what's his name, like Minister of Defense.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be like the president or something.
Yeah.
So
it was not as high stakes as I thought it would, because but I mean, there are duds like that, but I guess ironically the smart dialogue also kept me watching the show, because another favorite is Samia calling Martian, you dog shit. I was like, you go, girl. Don't, like, you go, woman.
Who are you?
Yeah. Fuck this man. Who fucked me over so bad. So it's also like overall a mixed bag for me. Like but here's the important question, Won-Jin. Like, I think I will watch season 2 though.
Yeah, like me too. I agree.
Yeah, because season 2, I read it on the way. I think it was greenlit like on December, so I guess it's coming. I just wish it was a tighter show. And in the show's defense, maybe it's us not being patient. Maybe this would have been a better novel. Like it's just like there were the dialogues just. I don't know, man.
Oh yes, that's the episode 10 was the last episode of the season.
Yeah.
And I also gotta give some like praise to the side characters, because there were some very captivating side characters, like that General Volchok, who heavily resembles of our late Prigozhin.
Yeah.
The leader of the Wagner group.
Yeah.
Because we can clearly see where they got this inspiration from.
Yeah. And I hope now that you mentioned that, I also had a problem with Coyote, because I think there should have been. They kept the raps too much. I think like. What does Coyote know that like is dangerous? It is a traditional spy, like, novel-ish though. Because remember when Cossack wanted to get the tape, and he gets confirmation that his wife died. Like, there were just scenes that show how dark this place is, and the tone was kind of Age of Ultron, like. I get the jokes, but like, which one are we supposed to focus on more?
Yeah.
Because you remember in David the Jackal, I felt in danger all the time. Like, oh, please don't die, you serial murderer. Please don't die, because you're fascinating to watch. Don't die, okay? You're a piece of shit murder for hire, but I like you. You're entertaining.
And we could see from like season 1 towards the end, it's kind of have like a similar plot line. I mean, not plot line, but like a series of events unfolding for the lead character. Because even in the Day of the Jackal, we can see that the lead character, what's his name, Eddie Redmayne's character, the Jackal, he was basically like flawless. He had everything under control, like airtight.
He thought he did.
Yeah, and then we can slowly see his control like
disintegration,
like spiraling
his
out.
Wife leaving, all building up.
And the stakes only just go higher and higher, and that's what made the show so fascinating. We have something similar with Michael Fassbender here, Paul Lewis. He thinks he can control everything at in the beginning. It kind of seems like it, but we can clearly see that he's losing control of everything, or maybe he just had the illusion that he had things under control, it slowly spirals out of control. But there are so many other distractions that we don't get to pay as much attention to it as we had with Day of the Jackal.
There's no offense, but I felt it was kind of slow and soft. Yeah, I feel like they could have added more essence to it, like more to the story. I felt like I watched 10 episodes of surface scratching. Yeah, on your point, Won-Jin, I kind of disagree, because I wasn't engaged in Martian as much as I was in like Jackal as well. Because I think the problem is, like, I felt like Martian wasn't going to die. You remember, because they had the story device of like, we already see him in the hospital,
like flash forward.
Yeah,
he's kind of being interrogated,
so
but we're not sure like where.
No, but that was like problematic for me, because I know you're invincible, man. And I gotta be honest, like the motorcycle and like that's MI6 kidnapping him. I thought I didn't think it was that much, to be honest.
You know, at first I genuinely believed it was like a traffic accident. Because
really?
He was losing focus. So he forgot to check the traffic, and then he got ran over.
Yeah. I like the
seismologist
character the most, and I would have loved to get more of her story. Yeah.
Danny was her name.
And I think what Won-Jin was trying to say earlier was, I think the portion giving is also wrong. This salad is like all over the place. It's called avocado salad, but there's one piece of avocado,
and the rest is like lettuce and tomatoes,
chicken, a huge chicken. Like that's how I felt, because remember, like Danny was introduced from the beginning, and but here's the problem. At the same time, I love that scene when some woman comes up pretending to be
the Iranian intelligence lady, man.
Because I knew
something scary.
I knew something was up when like she was like
asking questions.
No, she was giving that psychopath eyes, like not turning her eye. What was that fiesta called again? I was like, Danny, don't believe her.
Oh, thank God, she got tutored for this.
Naomi, yeah.
Oh man.
So that's the problem with this. Okay. Oh, another way to watch this is, unlike the Day of the Jackal, I felt like I was so ready to like watch it every week. Like, let's take it slow.
Yeah.
Like,
with Day of the Jackal's like, when's the next episode dropping?
What the fuck happened to my boy? Don't die, Redmayne. Yeah. I swear. Okay, I would. But shall we give a number grade now?
So before we give a number grade, another impression I got was, in case anybody has seen Jack Ryan, Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan turned into the TV show with what's his name, the guy from The Office, I forgot his name, John Krasinski. Yeah. This kind of felt like a more serious version of Jack Ryan.
Oh, then I'm so glad I didn't watch Jack Ryan, because this is really not my cup of tea. Oh shit.
Well, it's okay, but Jack Ryan, this seems to have just a little more sophistication compared to Jack Ryan, but overall it kind of feels similar, because after all, this is both dealing with the CIA. But Day of the Jackal, that's on like a different level for me.
I mean, no, but like here's the thing: the Day of the Jackal, I would say it's a different genre. Like that's a.
Like
this is
Hitman thriller.
That's a thriller. This is a drama. Because I mean, No, but Zetzi, remember, I don't think they really scratched the surface because one thing that I thought was resolved was Martian's relationship with his daughter.
Poppy.
Yeah. I thought I actually loved those parts. And, and I thought, like, Poppy will grow up to become a spy. Remember when they went out that window? Dad, I didn't snitch on you. I love you, daughter. No snitching. And I thought the irony of him becoming a snitch for the MI6 at the end, I thought, like, it was, maybe I think it would have been better as a novel because in a novel, you can actually, like, I think we should have gotten a lot more inner monologue for this to work.
Yeah. So maybe that's why it would be better as a book.
Like yeah. Because there were just scenes where, like, for me to engage in this character, I need to just literally get his inner thoughts.
And at least we had Michael Fassbender to play the role, so he kind of conveyed his emotions through the screen pretty well. But I don't think it's going to be as good as a book where we can just read their thoughts. Fassbender tends to choose good roles. Yeah, I agree.
Just finished watching my movie, the Wild Thornberry movie, and going outside right now to watch a plane fly over my house.
Nice.
Good for you, man.
Okay.
I mean, Fassbender's a great actor, period. Like, he plays so many different... Remember in 12 Years a Slave, he played that piece of shit Plantner? Like, we all wanted dead.
Like, have a slow death.
Yeah. But I want to ask you, what was your favorite character in scene, and what was your least favorite scene in character?
Man, I gotta say my favorite character in the whole show was... Oh, man. I really like that Sudanese intelligence guy.
Oh, he's a great actor,
too.
He's
that guy was great at his role. Yeah, Osman. He was a great character here. Because, I mean, he had very limited role. And despite having that limited role, he was able to convey, like, intimidation. And also at the same time, you can kind of guess and feel that he does care for Samia in certain points. He actually wants her. I mean, he doesn't wish her ill, unlike that general guy.
Yeah, Void. Yeah, Fassbender was in 12 Years a Slave. He was an evil planter. That opposite Brad Pitt, who played... Brad Pitt is another person who chooses role really well. He was just basically the angel person, way ahead of his time character. I'm sorry, one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
There's been much reports on Scream 7. I will say there's a lot more clues of Stu. Oh, yeah, Stu's coming back.
And another character I really liked was Richard Gere's character. Yeah, that the guy behind the bigger desk. And you can see that he has his own struggles. My favorite scene was like the one where he's in the conference room and his like the sound is muffled for us.
Yeah.
And like, what's his name? Dominic West is on that giant screen like giving him shit.
Yeah, like an evil empire.
And he has his hands up forward and it's like he has his head down.
Yes. All he's saying is yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, but I do love this. No. Like, the unintentionally funny thing is, I love the fact that CIA directors lose their shit too. What was the thing? You nut having guys go fucking do your job. No, because it's a drama that way because. Remember, Dominic West is also not the boss.
Yeah.
He says, I'm supposed to tell the president that there's no problem. Like, so it's how shit runs downhill.
That's right.
And I do like that portrayal. I do.
And I liked his character because after he got all that shit, he didn't run it down to Jeffrey Wright and what's his name? And Paul Lewis, Michael Fassbender. Yeah, so that was pretty funny.
The guy that visited Samia in the prison, yeah, I bet he wants her well. He wanted her well, especially when he was threatening her. Yeah. No, but like, no,
I mean, that was his job, though.
Yeah. No, because I felt like the actor presented him well, where here's a man who's willing to kill you, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't want to do that.
That's the impression I got, and he conveyed that emotion really well through the character.
No, yeah. I mean, someone unlike him was his boss, who's a complete piece of shit. Like, the moment you see him, yeah, that's a piece of shit. That cigar. Did you get that from a Bond villain? Yeah.
Oh, and another favorite scene for me was when Volock gave those boots back to his secretary. Yeah, that was also like intimidating. That was pretty tense.
Oh, now that you mentioned that, I guess another thing different from Day of the Jackal was Jackal, despite being a paid killer, we got a lot more screen time of seeing him in a vulnerable position, making difficult moral decisions. That's why we feel more for him.
Yeah, and we get that Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Rooting for the serial killer.
But here, like, one thing that I didn't like was, like, some of the side characters, example, like, when they, like, said, oh, we're going to just toss that secretary lady because the job is more important. There was just some things that I felt like tone was a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I know her enough for you to say that. Then I was like, I wish you died then too, bitch. Because the secretary lady seemed like a nice lady to me.
Yeah, and she was a loyal person, and they just gave her no choice, and they just used her.
Yeah. My favorite character will be Jeffrey Wright's character, because he reminds me a lot of like how in a hierarchy. Like the middle job is the hardest. It's not the top job.
You get sandwiched in between from all the shit that like accidents that your underlings cause.
Yeah, because I love that scene. Like my favorite scene is when Martian says, like unauthorized, he puts the location of the meeting to the Felix operation, and Jeffrey Wright finally breaks. He bangs.
Bang.
You know my brother-in-law is there, right? I have a wife. He didn't say those things, but he's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking moron.
Do you have any idea what the fuck you've done?
Yeah. And so like.
And you made the decision on your own?
Yeah, Martian pulling a McNulty and then going back to McNulty, losing his shit. So I do. He's my favorite character. He was and his voice and like I thought he was. He conveyed a spy. I felt really well. Like the constantly he's always under pressure.
Yeah.
Remember like when the doctor says so Martian has PTSD. The family says, why didn't you tell me this? I just sent him to and then there was.
And she's like, he said. Quote, extremely busy. And she's like, it's time for your session. It's like, I'm extremely busy.
Yeah. Says he could have let her go, but he didn't. He doesn't give one penny on her or her life. He's okay with Samia being. I don't think so, Zedzi.
He would have let her go if he could.
And here's the problem, though.
Because you know what's gonna happen if he lets her go.
Samia, like in this show, though, I did feel like Samia was the only genuinely like nice person because she didn't have to actually like snitch on herself. And the powerful line is, I'm not going to betray my people. I thought, man, like, Martian, you don't deserve her.
That's right. You snitch. You fucking rat.
You snitch and a bitch. And like I thought like Samia was like the shining light on this series.
My least favorite character was the Ukrainian general. Oh no, you mean not the Ukrainian general. You mean that Valhalla guy, the general of the Valhalla, General Volchok. He looked like a true bully. Yeah, and they chose the character really well.
The actor, you mean, right? Yeah. The acting was great. So let's give a number grade now.
I would give this also a 7. ZZ gave it a 7. I would give it a 7 too.
That's pretty generous.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a 6, but then I would give Jack Ryan a 6. So I would give this a 7 for that sophistication it has.
Don't worry, Won-Jin. Now that you gave it a 7, I'll give it a 6 to balance it out because it's a 6 for me. Like, let's average this because Samia is the definition of peace and innocence and kind of dumb for doing that. Yeah.
But then she's cheating on her husband.
Maybe her husband
if you think about it.
Maybe her husband is a POS.
Okay.
Like, no, but okay. No, but Martian is a shit dad. How about that? Yeah,
true.
Okay, guys, no more moral.
And one more character I would say I really liked was Owen.
Owen,
the kind of rookie but still very competent.
Was he a rookie though?
Okay, well, not a rookie maybe, but I don't think he has enough field experience to go through everything because he kind of fucks up in Russia or Ukraine or Belarus or wherever. Yeah.
Or why don't you just say half of Eastern Europe?
I didn't mean any disrespect to Eastern Europe.
No,
I know exactly where each of these countries are.
Yeah. No, because I mean, he was great in that where like he does what Martian tells him and he gets the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. Now, you know what we're saying, Won-Jin? When there's a salad and you're like, okay, this salad has a whole taste like shit, but the avocado was good. The carrot was good.
The raisin was good.
The raisin and the corn's so sweet. Yeah. So to think the movie is a 6, but the actors were good, which makes me consider it. So JoeJinMovieSoAwesome gives this a 6.5.
Yeah. And it's still definitely worth watching if you're into spy stuff. Yeah.
But remember, I think we gave Dave the Jackal like a 9.5.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a great show.
It really was. It really was.
And if you're into, again, like espionage and shit, this would be a great show that would entertain you.
Anyway, guys, we're going to take a short break and come back to do Let's Talk with Joe. Thank you, Void. Thank you, Walker. Thank you, Zezzy, for joining the chat. This has been JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
We'll be right back in a bit. Bye.
See you soon. Oh, Samia's husband probably is not her husband. One of those arranged marriages. Very likely. Doesn't really care what she's doing, but he knows very well what she's up to.
Yo, Zebra's calling you to bed, Won-Jin. What's up?
Oh, really? Man. Maybe he's bored. Uh-oh, phone call from Zebra. Joe, pick up.
What the fuck? Yo, zebras don't got hands, man. What the fuck?
It learned how to dial with its teeth.
What the fuck? You mean his tongue, you mean? I bet you train extensively for that. You sick mother.